Hi, I'm TJ with Zumi's Barbecue, and today I'm going to be doing a brisket trim for a cook I'm doing tomorrow on Father's Day. I've started up a barbecue catering company called Zumi's Barbecue. This will be one of my first videos. Follow along with me. I have a 2/3 upper choice brisket, 16 and a half pounds that I'll trim down and prepare for my cook tomorrow. So first we open up the package, obviously. All right. So first we start with the underside, the non-presentation side, take off the thick deckle fat. There's plenty of videos out there. It's just how I do it. So you work, pretty much feel where the thick fat is at, and just slowly take it off. So the thick fat, the deckle fat, is good for making the tallow and increasing your fat content if you were going to use your trimmings for sausage. This around, see what I'm doing. Of course, you want to try and be careful not to scalp or dig in to the brisket, the meat itself. But the more you can remove of the thick fat helps reduce your cook time when you go to cook. This is all silver skinned, superficial fat, and truthfully, most of this cooks off and renders down during your cook. If you're using the fat side up as your presentation side, you won't ever see this anyway. So it's personal preference on if you want to remove it or not. If it's heavy, I'm gonna take it off. On this side, it's your fat cap. If you have a mohawk, generally just take that off. Use it as part of your trimmings. I separate the trimmings that have the deckle fat versus the one with the meat. I separate it. So starting on this side, we're processing. Take it off so you can see where your fat cap is. That will help with trimming that down. You pretty much want a 1/4 inch or less on your fat cap. And over on this side, it's extremely thin. So I'll form that by cutting that off, help with aerodynamic for when it's in the smoker. It's going to be too thin, it's just going to burn off. Uh, Trim it. Have a little bit more on the mohawk. trim away. It's just going to help with the cook. There are plenty of videos out there. I'm not expert on this. This is how I'm doing it. Square that off a little. Also helps see where you're at. And I'm rubbing it to get it to form how I want. And just figure out what I'm doing. Right. Now I'm just gonna shave thick fat, deckle fat cap. Good to have your knife very sharp. It makes life easier. Pretty much you want to, as you're feeling it, you'll feel where it's thick, and it's the thick fat you want to take. And the more aerodynamic you can make it, will help with that bark development, and help with things not pooling as much. I scuffed it a little bit. I'll take out this knot. It's over here, just to help round it off. Again, I'm going to end up making sausage with my hands. I don't want to really pull a knife towards you. I am being careful. So you know. See on my side. And I'm just trying to shave at this point. It's not necessarily hard, except at this end. I have to change my screen settings. Screensaver went on. Back over. So it's still a little thick right here. And until you get used to it, which I'm not, shaving it little by little gets it because you really want to avoid scalping it. And again, I'm no expert. This is how I do it. Still feeling thick. I'll round this end off. I can already tell you, feel like this is going to be a dip that might cool up. So when you put it on a smoker, you can do a little bit of a curl to help with that. I will try and take some of this down though. That is some thick fat. That might help it. Turn this way for you. A little bit of scalp. Got that off anyway. Take a little bit more of this mohawk off. Scoop out the fat. Round off the fat. I'm going to be using this for sausage, so I'm not too worried about it. So, truthfully, seems about right for me. That's that side. A little bit of fat right here, but I don't want to take too much off. So I'll be it on that one. So that one was 16 and a half pound. This one is right over 15 and a half. Going to narrow. We'll follow it then. And every brisket is the same, but every brisket's different. So it doesn't quite have the fat in the same way. So big decal on this side, silver silver skin. With this part, you can manipulate with your fingers to help raise it up and trim it out. This one has more silver skin on this, and a very thin end right there. And we'll just have to come off right now. It'll burn up. Take off the side with processing here. Spray this off some. And like I said, I mean, it's personal preference on the silver skin that's underneath. It all gets cooked out, in my opinion. Such a long cook, 12-hour cook on a stick burner that not is noticeable. It renders down over Mohawk. This sucker is a Mohawk. I remember when my first brisket that I did, my wife bought me a Traeger for my birthday years ago. I was like, why would I cut that off? That's just wasting meat. I didn't know any better. Now I like to make sausage. I have the grinder, the stuffer, the meat mixer is behind me, and I like using the meat mixer. Sometimes I haven't bothered with it, but I do usually use it. It just makes it much easier when mixing the seasoning. Swirl this in. This is a thick, hard fat. on this one. Shaving it away so I don't scalp it. Man, man, that doesn't necessarily dictate how much, how thick it is because it's only thick about right here. Then it starts to thin out a little bit more. So you really got to go by touch on this and shave away. Not always the easiest either. And there it is, scalping. This is still fat. Like this is still thick fat. There's the meat. Of course, that was scalped by the butcher, and that happens. Ugh. Feel how thick this is here. Try and take some of it out. Not wait. Lay that down. So this just takes time. Takes time and practice. It really does. I'm not perfect. I tend to try and be a perfectionist on things. It's not a quick one. Not a professional doing it every day, where it takes me 2 minutes to trim a brisket. Take your time until you're more proficient. Round off, clean up. Clean up this a little bit more. This is extremely soft fat right here. That's going to render down real easy. Clean this up over here. I'm trying to keep it for y'all to be able to see what I'm doing. Means I can't see what I'm doing. This being my first video, if you watch me, you're gonna watch me learn as I go. And that'll do for me. I will season it in the morning or put it on the smoker. I will try and get footage for that. And what? One thing I like to do is weigh out what it is. This one started at 15 and a little over, a little over a quarter. This one weighs now at 11 pounds, 1 ounce. So It's right at about 4¼ pounds gone. Trim. This one was at 16.5 pounds, and it's weighing 11 pounds and 4½ ounces. And I'm sure both of these will end up cooking out maybe down to, I'd be lucky to get 7 pounds from my experience. So with that, I'm in this video. I'm TJ with Zoomies Barbecue, and this is my first video. So thank you.